What's up, everyone, and welcome to Fiction Tea Review. So today we're going to talk about the Amazon original series called Homecoming. Homecoming is a psychological thriller. It has 2 seasons. It is about this transitional support center that is supposed to be a safe space for veterans dealing with trauma, PTSD, and the facility is said to help these vets refamiliarize with civil life, going back into the real world. But of course, there's something deeper and more experimental going on in this place. Season 1, our characters, we have Walter Cruz, who's played by Stephen James, Heidi Bergen, played by Julia Roberts, Bobby Conovet, who plays Colin Belfast, Jeremy Allen White, or as we know, Lip from Shameless, plays Schreier, and in season 2 we have Janelle Monáe as Alex and Hong Chau. I don't remember her name. Is it Audrey Temple? Marion Jane Baptiste as Walter's mom, as Gloria. Now let's talk about the characters a bit. So Walter's mom, played by Gloria, she completely nailed it. Her mother intuition was so spot on. She knew when there was something going on. She knew that when her son was in trouble, and she was just dedicated. She just you could tell that she had so much love for her son, and that she was willing to do whatever it took to get him out of that situation that he was in. I'm not trying to spoil it, so I'm not trying to go too deep into it, because the show, season 2, I believe just came out, and I don't really want to spoil or mess up anything for anyone. We also have Schreier's character, played by, as I know him, Lip from Shameless. And he did really, really good. Like, there were scenes where I was like, okay, Lip, I didn't know that your acting skills could range in this way. Like, I like this. I like where this character is going. I just wish that there was more of his character. He wasn't in season 1 as much, or season 2. I just would have liked to see more of Schreier's character, because I think he did a really good job. Heidi's character, who's the therapist, played by Julia Roberts, she killed it. She did a pretty good job with her role. Her role was very convincing. It was believable that she could have been a therapist, and you could see that her and Walter was building this connection between each other. Also, Walter did a really good job playing his role. It just felt so natural, honestly, between those 2 characters. Colin's character, I believe that was the head guy who was like head in charge. Oh, his personality sucked, but he still did a good job as playing his role as well. And Alex, played by Janelle Monáe. I just loved seeing a Black woman in this show. I was like, yes, okay. They got some diversity in the show. I'm not gonna lie. They have Black women, they have Black male. They have a diverse cast from what I've seen from this show, which is great. So I hope we get to see more of her backstory in like season 3. And I love where it went in the end of season 2. Like I said, I'm not gonna really spoil too much, but I'm hoping that in season 3, her character, as well as the other character that she's with, who is a Asian woman, kind of redeems themselves in season 3. I also think they also brought in some range with them as a couple, a Asian woman and a Black woman. You don't really see that, honestly, often or ever. Like, I don't think I've ever really seen that in shows or anywhere, really. So that's pretty cool. And having women in positions of power also was a very cool thing. And also, if you have seen it, I'm not trying to spoil it too much, but if you have seen it, you know that when one of the characters makes that come up, Alex's girlfriend makes that come up, you're just like, wow. Now, the whole concept of the military kind of exploiting and using these army men to do this secret thing on the low with memory and with testing, drug testing, food testing. I love that whole concept. Whoever came up with that concept, I think it was, I love it. Like anything with experiments and like psychological thriller, like I'm down for it. And something like this, especially this topic, we don't get too many stories about soldiers and about what they go through with their PTSD. I love that this is an actual topic, and I just want to get deeper and deeper into it. I think this show is great, and it's very original. I will say that I really enjoyed this show. Season 1 was so good, but season 2, I love that ending, that ha 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 ha, that moo ha 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 ha, I got you back. Like, y'all thought y'all had one up on me? That ending in season 2, I was like, yes, yes, I love this. It was good. Another thing that I want to say was so good was the music. I love that it had that theatrical feel, like you went to go see a live play, which is funny because I think this was a podcast that got turned into a show, but then I remember the credits, it said something about it was formatted to be a screenplay or something in relation to that. And I'm like, you can tell, like when you see how the scene looks, I was wondering the whole time, like before I saw that credit part about the screenplay written part, why it was like full screen. And I was like, you know, shows aren't normally like this. The way it pandered out when it came on, I was like, huh, why does it look like this? Why don't they fix the screen? But then when I realized what was happening and why they were doing this and what was going on as I kept watching it, I was like, oh, this is kind of like watching a live play, especially when you hear the music go along with the scenes and the way the scenes are portrayed. And then I was like, this is great. This is like quality stuff right here. Like I was really interested in this show. Like I think I sat and watched like 3-4 episodes a day. If I could, I would have binged it because I feel like it was a really good show, especially season 1. And season 2 wasn't bad either, but to me, season 1 was a lot better. But I feel like maybe it'll redeem itself and season 3 will be even better because of how season 2 ended. But overall, I feel like if I was to take one thing that I wish they would have had, if I was to say one thing that I wish they could add, I would have liked to see more episodes for season 2. I feel like we didn't get as many episodes for season 2 as season 1. I don't know if episodes are still coming out for season 2 or that was it. I think there was like 7 or 8 episodes or 10. I'm not sure. But I know season 1, I think, had like 12 episodes. And I was like, where's the rest? Like, can I get more? But overall, I think it was a good show. I like the show. I will be waiting and anticipating for season 3. I'm hoping that I think we are going to get a backstory of Alex's character. And I can't wait to see what happens with her and girlfriend, and like after what happened. I'm not gonna spoil it, but y'all need to go and watch the show because it's good. It's something I feel like it's original and it's different. I didn't do too much research on the show and the writers and everything like that, but I feel like it's a good show. And if you can't watch it on Amazon, I'm sure you can watch it somewhere else, but I watched it on Amazon Prime. And yeah, I would definitely watch it again. And it is a psychological thriller, so you know it's doing that build up and it's playing that music and it's getting you into the feel of what is taking place. And the characters are really good, man. I love me a good psychological thriller. Speaking of psychological thriller, my book Rain is a psychological thriller about a group of young adults in a psych ward who have been living there for so long. They all have different mental illnesses. You have one guy who has PTSD. You have a girl who is trans, she's transitioning. You have a boy who is schizophrenic. You have a girl who is suicidal. You have a guy who's a psychopathic maniac with personality disorders who we don't really find out until like the end of the story. And then you have the counselor who comes in and he's trying to figure out how he can help these kids, but he's also learning that these kids aren't actually crazy and that there's something deeper going on in this place. He's starting to be haunted by his own past traumas, and he's getting signals from kids who are there, but he feels like they're not really trying to tell me anything. So he's digging deep to find out what's really going on in this place, and he starts to uncover some things. As we continue on, we learn more and more about what really is taking place. So this is like a psychological thriller mixed with science fiction. I wanted to make sure I included those two things because they go hand in hand. And it's very important that I have psychological thriller aspects and science fiction aspects to create this idea of maybe these kids have some sort of abilities besides just being crazy. If you want to get a copy of this book, you can hit the link in the description box below and go to Amazon to get you a copy. Or you can wait and I can send you an email. You can send me an email. I believe I have my email in my About Me, but if you want to comment below your email, you can send me a message. My email will come up on the screen. Here it is. Send me a message and I will send you background information about the characters personally. This is something I'm starting right now. So I'm going to start right now to make an email list. So I have one person's email so far. I know I haven't responded to you yet, but I've decided that everybody whose email I have, I'm going to create email lists, and you guys will actually get exclusive background information, like full background information about the characters that is not in this book, so that you can really understand where they're coming from and what's going on with them. And like I said, if you would like that, you can hit up my email, which is on the screen. Send me a message and I will do that to you. I will do that for you. And also, when my books come in the mail, my books come through the mail, the copies that I ordered, and you want to purchase them, I will let you know, and it will be you will get some sort of percentage off because I have your email, so you'll get a discount rather hitting the link. Like if you buy it from Amazon, it'll be more money. It'll be better if you just buy it from me. So if you want to do that, please hit my email and send me a message. So we were reading this and I didn't read it in the last video, but I will continue to read. So let's see where we are at. So chapter 8, Trust. John Smith. Okay, so remember, John Smith is the counselor, and for those who have not been keeping up on what's going on, if you would like to know what's going on from the beginning of this story, because I've been reading this since after the review of the French show called Mortal or Mortel. So if you would like to know what's going on in this book from the beginning, go to that video. You can go to the end of it and you will hear about that, and then from that video up until this video, you'll get an idea of what's going on. So you'll have to go through each video from that video up until this one to know what's going on. But for those who have been keeping up, John Smith is the counselor, and John Smith, he just did these interviews, and now he's taking the kids out for this field trip, and we're about to see what goes down at the field trip. This is his first time taking them outside, and he's about to learn why they don't really get taken outside. Yeah, let's get into it. So chapter 8, the title is called Trust, so keep that in mind. John Smith. That afternoon, I walk in dressed in a navy blue button-down shirt with long legs covered in black jeans. All the kids are dapper. Kale's mother brought over some outfits from her basement for the others to wear. Kale's wearing a nice red sparkly dress. Niho, of course, is wearing all black pants and a sheer black dress shirt. Joseph, coincidentally, is wearing the same outfit as I, except a white shirt. And Tracy has on a black skirt topped with a pink blouse. Tail belches before we leave. Take care of them. They're like my children. I will, Tail. I rest my hand on his shoulder. We walk down the hallway quietly. Kale runs up beside me. I make sure to compliment her dress. She blushes exceedingly, telling me how excited she is to go to this restaurant. It's one of my favorite places, she reminds me. On our walk there, Kale asks me 1,000,001 questions about my life, past relationships with women, my favorite color, favorite food, favorite drink, etc. I try to keep it as discreet as I can, but I can tell she's very smitten with me. I wish you were my boyfriend, but I'm too ugly. I stop. I push her hair back. Kale, you're the most beautiful girl here. She hugs me. I'm aware that complimenting her will make her like me more, but I can't bear having her feel sorry for herself. Kale grabs my hand as we enter the restaurant. Delilah sits next to Western, Joseph next to Tracy, and Kale with me. Joseph claps when seated. Wow, you actually did it, newbie. I'm proud of you. Warmness fills my insides. You must be loaded with cash if you're paying for everyone, he nudges. Actually, Western is the big baller. Aren't you, Western? I look at him with an annoying smirk expression. He smiles. Well, not exactly a baller, but anything for you guys. You deserve it. All of you deserve it. He puts on his facade. I beam with joy on the outside, but I imagine myself wringing his neck like a turkey on the inside. Tracy starts talking about the food on the menu, asking everyone what they will be ordering. Suddenly, I feel Kao's hand on my leg. Carefully, I move my chair just enough for her hand to drop. Tracy interrupts my thoughts. I used to go here with my father all the time, she adds. Western chats with her. I look over towards the quiet little Nihil. Nihil, what do you think about this place so far? Ever been to a restaurant? I'm eccentric. Nihil bows. What are you ordering? I ask. I'll start with some fries. Nihil opens up the menu, scanning it up and down, and work my way up. How about you? I try to speak, but no words flow because Kao runs her hand up my thigh. I grind my teeth ready to pull her hand away, but sit up straight when the waiter shows up. A tall, thin, tan man with broad shoulders and dark brown eyes gleams at Kao, asking her if she is ready to order. Fries all you want for now? You sure? Neo is a vegetarian, says Tracy, who takes the initiative to order everyone's meals for them. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't have to come. If you want, I could take you back, if you'd like. I should have asked if... Neo rejects. No, I'm okay. I need to be here today. After Tracy gives the orders to the waiter, he winks at Kao and walks away. Oh, Kao's got a boyfriend. Joseph makes kissy faces. Kao blushes, fixing her hair a bit. I'm going to go to the restroom. Delilah, can you come? What, no Joseph this time? Tracy teases. Kao sticks out her tongue. Delilah kisses Western on the lips before getting up. I'm surprised she didn't ask you, newbie. The way she's been touchy-feeling. Joseph and Tracy boast. My face reddens in embarrassment. She's got a new boo now, so sucks to be you, newbie. Everyone laughs except Nihil. A different waiter walks over with Joseph's food and Nihil's fries. That was fast. Wow, that was fast. What an appetite on you. I say, you know, you didn't have to order all of that at one time. Yeah, he did. Tracy asks the waiter how long for her food. Joseph begins eating as if famished. I'm sure everything was pre-ordered before we came. Joseph's food especially. If he does not eat right after he orders, the day may not go well. Nihil explains, I'm sure everything was pre-ordered before we came. Joseph's food especially. If he does not eat right after he orders, the day may not go well. Nihil explains. Disgusted, Tracy scoots her chair over. Ugh, he eats like a pig. Joseph continues stuffing his face abruptly. Then he jumps up as if stung. I have to go to the bathroom. I eye Western, who's awfully quiet. Where are you going, Joseph? I just told you, I gotta piss. Don't worry, I'm not going to run off. I sense his expiration, but I have to be the adult. How about I go with you, to make sure? He shifts, infuriated. Look, I don't need a babysitter to go to the bathroom, newbie. I'm not going to escape, all right? Relax. Joseph. I unknowingly grab his arm. I know where I am. I know what's going on, okay? Look, I'm fine. He pulls away. Now let me go. Weston retrieves me, insisting I allow Joseph to go. It's all right. You can let him go. Joseph mumbles. Yeah, newbie, relax. Sure, they probably track me anyway. He flips his phone to show me. I consider asking where he got it, but I don't bother to ruin the evening. As Joseph is walking to the bathroom, Delilah and Kao are walking out. They take their seat. I notice Kao is wearing eye makeup and lipstick. I compliment her look before sitting. The tan waiter is back with another waiter carrying plates of food. The plates are set down. The waiter slips Kao a note. She waits till he leaves to open it, nudging me. He gave me his number, she gloats. I smile. I glance at Western stroking Delilah's cheeks with his forehand, gracefully holding hands like a commercial couple. Tracy isn't as talkative, but super excited. Kao takes her place with the dialogue. I eat angrily, glaring at Delilah, giggling at Western's jokes. You jealous? Neo blurts. For about a minute, we're staring into each other's eyes. I can actually see Neo. I guess I've never noticed before, but Neo is quite beautiful in a very mysterious, oddly peculiar view. Her hair, although pulled back, has a definite, coarse, dark, curly pattern. Neo looks more feminine than ever. I've always known she was a girl, but up until now, I don't think I really paid attention to her features. It's unalloyed. She catches me staring and picks up a glass of wine like an affluent business official. What are you doing Strolling up the table walks Joseph arm in arm with a young girl. She greets everyone and takes a seat. This is Mandy, my girlfriend. He casually introduces, sits, then continues on eating, glossing over the current situation. Kale compliments how pretty she is and while greeting her familiarly. Why was that word so hard to say? Hey, Mandy. Western Delilah even waves. Hello. Neo just drinks. It seems no one is bothered by the fact that Joseph brought a date, or Neo is drinking alcohol, and by someone, I mean Western. This whole event is completely bizarre. I'm not sure on how to react, but I will keep my cool to play this game. I reach to shake her hand, introducing myself. She looks pleased. Neo snaps at the waiter and requests more alcohol. I gander at Western, but he doesn't seem to care. I decide to talk to Joseph's girlfriend while he stuffs his face. So, Mandy, how long have you been with Joseph here? I pry. We've been together on and off for like 5 years. She must have witnessed many of the darkest parts of Joseph and his behavior. Wow. So you know him then, huh? I try to sound welcoming, rather nosy. Yeah, she rubs his back. This is my baby. She hugs him with a full face of gratitude. He keeps eating. Yeah, he's a great guy. Very intelligent. Cares a lot for his friends, Kale, Samantha, Teo. Yeah, I've met them. When the word them rolls off her tongue, it leaves behind a hint of jealousy. Teo actually worked with my father for a while, and Samantha. Joseph and I all lived in the same neighborhood. Kale whispers, she doesn't like Sam. Mandy asks, what made you want to work here, with these, how you say, patients? She seems to be really intrigued. Well, I just really wanted to make I scratch my neck. Suddenly Western leaps up yelling like a madman. I gasp, what is it? Is something wrong? Oh my God. Do you guys hear that? His fingers touch the back of his ear. Does anyone know who that is? Anyone at all? His eyes are wild. It is Mozart, he mimics. Everyone except myself, Niho, and Joseph, who's too busy eating, laughs. Let's go dance, guys and girls. How will we dance to this? It's slow as hell. Joseph screams, annoyed. Delilah and Western get up to dance, swaying like 2 pieces of sliced ham. I hate ham. Kale, who's been staring at the waiter walk from table to table, bolts with bravery. Western's making fun of John Smith. If you know from chapter 1, John Smith made a comment about Mozart, and it lets on the whole thing of John Smith and the kids must be being watched, because how else would Western know what John Smith said while he was talking to the kids if only the kids and him were in there? So that's a hint. I hate ham. Kale, who's been staring at the waiter walk from table to table, bolts with bravery. She leaps from her seat like a kangaroo, slugging Joseph along. Joseph gobbles his food down like a starving dog. Tracy, order me some more, please. His chin lifts. I'll be right back. He kisses Mandy. She rolls her eyes, puffing smoke. Walk me over here to talk to the waiter. I need a wingman. Kale whispers. Okay, but only if you can convince him to bring me out some more wings. Niho continues drinking and staring at me. Tracy's been quiet for a while now, so I ask her what's up. Are you alright, Tracy? She grills me. I'm fine. She releases herself from the table, stomping to the bathroom. Mandy taps me. Hey, you never finished your story. Her eyes flirt. Oh, right. Niho watches me like a hawk. I open my mouth, but Mandy hears Joseph and Ko giggling on the way to the bathroom and leaps from her chair like a madwoman. I sit stupidly. Niho says, do you know what's going on? Well, it looks like everyone's just doing whatever the hell they want. No one seems to care. Tricks. Tricks are being played in this game of chess. There are methods, strategies, and tactics. She warns. Tricks? I ponder. Neil, what do you know? Why would someone like you volunteer to be a shocker? I know you didn't want to tell me at the building, but right here, right now, you can. It's just us. I look into her eyes, which fade from gray to dark black. I need to be here, and you shouldn't have been. She hiccups. It's too late now to go back. I know you regret it, but... She takes another sip, gargling, then utters, your vision is blurry. I clean the smoke from my second pair of eyes. Once I place them back on, I see Tracy rushing out the doors, crying. Hey, you okay? I ask concerned. I'm leaving, she screams. You can't leave on your own. How about I walk you back? She gets upset. You let Joseph bring his slut of a girlfriend here so you can flirt with her? You let Neo drink, and KO talk to that waiter. Fuck you. Is that what this is about, Tracy? I grab her arms. You're jealous or something? I look into her eyes. They are lost, afraid, and regretful. Look, Neo is old enough to drink. Besides, I had no idea Joseph was going to bring a date. Trust me, I would have said no. I comfort. I'm sorry, alright? Just calm down. I don't have a date either. It's fine. She pushes, threatening me to move or get punched. I stand my ground. I try to calm her down, but she runs outside hollering like a maniac. I'm trying to rape her. She draws attention to us. People walking past grumble with dismantled expressions. A man walks up to us. Is everything alright here, miss? He is big and stocky like a gym instructor. She's okay, I got her. She clutches my shirt, kissing me. I fling away. She hits the floor. Why don't you like me? She whines. I stare at her with pity. This poor girl is so desperate for attention. It breaks my heart because she wants to be loved. Her whole life she's been loved through the sexual exploitations of her purity. The man grabs my shirt, pounding my face in like a steel can of uncooked meat. The force of his blow hits so hard like a speeding train, crashing an empty bag of potato chips, knocking me to the ground. I hear Western's voice trembling with worry, but all I see is red running down my face. You okay? Western asks. What do you care? I retort in pain. You were too fucking busy with your girlfriend to even give a damn about me. I felt it. The tears washed my face. Fast. I heard the tan waiter and KO run out, encouraging me to use the tissues they brought. Thanks, Eddie. I say. I get up with the help of KO and Eddie to sit. I'm sorry. Western consoles. Just go back to fingering Delilah under the table. I wipe my nose. Eddie tells me to hold it. I'll get you some ice. He walks away. Smith. Western's hand smooths my back, activating my aggression. It's not that freaking serious to you, Western, because while you giggled and played and laughed all fucking day with your little girlfriend, I watched, interacted, and risked my life for those kids. What did you do, huh? Huh? The tone of my voice exuberates frustration. I've been harboring for days. Oh, that's right. Nothing. Like always. I get up to sit at the bar with Neo. I'll take a Coke, I exclaim to the bartender, and a whiskey for my friend here. Neo is sitting next to me, drunk as a skunk, grinning. So, I see you do enjoy something. I nudge. Someone finally got you good, huh? She teases. Eddie and KO run over with a pack of ice and a t-shirt and a box of tissues. I thank them, reassuring KO for the millionth time that I'll be fine. Go talk to Eddie. Have fun. I uplift. Western is a snake in the grass. A flip-flopper. 1 minute he's one thing, then the next minute... My mouth widens. He's another. The bartender sits a glass in front of me. A dark brown liquid stirs in the glass, fogging each visible surface. Neil grabs it, chugging. She burps. Ugh. Boy trouble, I see. She wipes her mouth. Don't worry. I won't tell if you won't. She takes another shot. Tell what? I ask. She shrugs. But I think the only one who didn't know was you. Neil the prophet. Huh. How can you be nothing and something? I'm not. She looks at me with grace. Her hand pats my shoulder. You're tough. When you first came here, I thought you were just lost, confused. But now I see you're blind. Now I see you're tough and you were never lost, just blind. You talk in spaces and riddles. I talk the way I talk. It's not my fault you don't listen. She gets up to head over to KO, introducing herself to Eddie. That Neil's full of mystery. A voice interrupts my thoughts. Oh, yes. I turn around. Mandy? Oh, hey, Manuela. His tone is deeper, creepier, but flirty. Hey, Jamie, how's it going? She bats her eyes. 2 shots, please. I stare in confusion. What? What? I know the bartender. He's my cousin's best friend, she explains. The guy mingles with her while preparing the shots. His face is tight with a huge smile. I can tell he enjoys her company. We fucked, she whispers. It was terrible. Ugh. You want a drink? She retrieves the shots of clear poison, handing one to me. No, I, don't drink. I refuse. Oh, okay, more for me. Bottoms up. She swallows with one toss. Hey, have you seen Joseph? I act, he's in the back with that boy girl. What's her name? It's Kale, and she is a girl. I get up to find the kids, but she grabs my arm. Stay out here, party with me, she moans. Sorry, I have to look for Joseph and Kale. Screw Joseph, he's a lying cheater. Her alcohol breath awakens my nostrils. The scent is strong like gasoline. I blink open, shut, open, and shut. He thinks that I don't know, but I know he probably fucked every girl in that place, especially Samantha. That skank. He loves her. I can tell. She holds both my hands. I can see it in his eyes the way he lights up. He tries to act like he doesn't, but I know. She sobs. That's why we'll never leave that place, because of her. I stare into her eyes. Oh, how hopeless and pitiful most of these girls are. Is that what you think? Well, I can assure you, I don't think she's in love with Joseph. I trail off. In that way. I mumble. She spits. Please. I know that. But he loves her. He loves her. Everyone knows it. Even herself. She has something special. All the guys like her. Sebastian, Joseph, Matt, Nick. Probably even you. I look over at Joseph, calling him over, but he ignores me. You like her too, huh? She plays. What? Off guard, I jump. Samantha. Her tone is serious. You like her, don't you? Of course not. She laughs. Does Joseph know yet? What? Then you're in love with Samantha. Who's in love with Samantha? Joseph walks up. Him? She points. Newbie? Joseph is sweaty. He laughs. No worries. I know. He pats my arm. I don't love... I shake my head. Look, it's almost time to go, so... And he immediately gets frustrated, projecting anger towards Joseph on why he had her sitting alone. I was with Kale, right? Relax. I was her wingman. His arms lift slowly, then ease by his side, signaling her to chill. In the bathroom you were her wingman? Her eyes roll. Do you think I'm stupid, Joseph? I know what you were doing. She slams. Joseph rubs her shoulder. We were not doing anything. They bicker back and forth. I can see that Mandy knows how to trigger him. Yet Joseph tries to diffuse the insults with silence. Fuck you. Go back to your new family. Forget all about me and Jake, who you abuse, you fucking psychopath. Joseph's eyes pop out of his sockets. His fist tightens. His veins flex, but he walks away. Mandy leaps in front of him, screaming about how he doesn't deserve her because what he did was unforgivable. Joseph covers his ears, but she gets louder, louder, and louder. Meanwhile, everyone in the restaurant watches us. I yell for her to drop it, but Joseph grabs her arm, squeezing tightly. He turns to face her with a bloodshot vision and a dark frown. Is this what you wanted, huh? His eyes are fiery red, blazing. His veins are bulking out of his neck and forehead. Vanessa? You like when I do this. Mandy is crying for him to stop, but he pushes her against the bar table, twisting her arm. If you make a sound, Vanessa, I swear to God, I'll fucking break it off. He whispers. Mandy covers her mouth, weeping in silence. And I can see it. Joseph isn't here anymore. He clutches her to drag her away from the bar. Western runs over to stand in between the two. Joseph lets her go, sitting down at the table without a word. Mandy is crying, and all I can do is stand motionless, frozen, and utterly traumatized. All I can do is stand there while he bangs my head against the concrete ground and kicks me around like a stuffed animal. So, because he was triggered by what he saw happen between Joseph and Mandy, it triggered his flashback of what happened to him. He's been through abuse. We don't know too much about it, but we know that he keeps going into these flashbacks of abuse. And we know that he's going to the flashbacks because the writing in the book changes from, I'll say, regular writing to italicized. Western, so he's out of that flashback. Western touches my shoulder. I jump back into reality. Joseph doesn't look so good, and Tracy is becoming difficult to maintain. I think it's time to go. I nod. For once, I agree with him. Western gathers the others. I look at Mandy, so shaken in fear. I walk over to pat her arm, apologizing. I'm sorry. She shakes her head, crying, and the bartender tells us we have to leave now. We walk back to the building in silence, with the exception of a few hiccups from Niho. Niho interlocks her hand with mine. I feel her fingers stroke the inside of my pockets. Her opposite arm is around my torso, smushing me. Thanks, she whispers. I look at her. She starts singing a familiar song. As soon as we walk inside, the guards get the kids in formation, and I walk off to my office. Western calls for me to slow down, but I slammed the door sealed. What a day this has been. So we will get into the rest in the next video. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share this video. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I post videos. I post videos every single week. I don't have a full schedule yet. I'm trying to build a schedule, but just know I post videos every single week. Most likely they're always like twice a week. If you get lucky, you'll get a third video a week. And yeah, if you like this video, thumbs up, show love, comment below, support, and I will see you all